Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on
Good evening all. I hope you all doing well. Rajesh sir, is my voice audible?
Yes, Sushmita, you're audible perfectly.
Sir. Good evening, sir. You can start the session.
Can you wait for 5 more minutes? I need to have some around 200 people actually just waiting. Can you wait? Can we wait for 5 more minutes? 5 more minutes, please, everyone.
Yeah, fine, sir. We'll start at 7:10. I will wait for 4 minutes.
Perfect. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you.
study. They are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped. So I came to the XLR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, XLR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more. And after finishing the courses, I came for collecting the certificate. I seen the classrooms and faculties. Classroom is very nice. After the completion of exam, they will give gift and certificates. Thank you, XLR, for giving these courses. I learned a lot from this. I gained the more knowledge from here. And thank you for XLR for teaching us.
Hello guys, I'm Vikram Mahajan and I'm studying in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Technology College, and I came across a training program which was mobile app development using Flutter, which was given to us by XLR Solutions. I came across this program through my college faculty, who told us about this program, that it is a very good course and you should enroll in this course. So I enrolled in this course, and initially I felt really good about this course because they started everything from a very basic point of view, that even if someone who doesn't know anything about Flutter or anything about mobile app development can also learn, the same way the ones who know about it are learning. So no student was left behind and everyone was given equal attention. All the doubts throughout the course were cleared, and if we had any questions also, we were like, the trainer was also ready to stay for a longer time than it was scheduled, even for the sake of doubts. So that shows how important the students are to them. So it was a really good experience with XLR's program, and by the end of the training program, I was able to develop my own application. And through the development also, there was another point.
All right, so good evening, everyone. So welcome back to Salesforce, the Students Development Program here. Am I audible? Please let me know through your chat. Is the screen is visible? Sushmita, you can also tell me that whether the screen is visible and am I audible to everyone? Please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right. So in our early sessions, so we learned how to build the applications and related stuff, like how to create a tab, how to create an S object, how to create the fields with the different data types, everything. And I don't know how many people completed this homework and all actually during your Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So now today we are concentrating about more internal tools over there in the Salesforce here. So for have you learned any kind of a single kind of a line of a code for creating an application Salesforce? So far, no, right? Right? Even now also, right? So basically, I have a scenario. Let me give you the scenario first. Why? Because in a real time, first you need to listen. I mean, you need to understand the scenario. Later, we'll connect this scenario with the feature over there in the Salesforce. Okay, here. So for example, I have a pick list. I hope you know what is the meaning of a pick list, right? In that pick list, I have some 10 values present in that. Let's say something like a value 1, value 2, value 3. Let us say, okay, 3 values at least now actually. Okay, let us say in one S object, let us say something like an S object called patient itself, __ C. I hope that is identification, right? So in the patient S object, there is a pick list. So in that pick list, there are some, let us say so far something like only 3 values only. If I select this value 1, if I select this value, I think, can you able to record the session? Sushmita, I think it is not recording.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. So if I select pick list 1, there is another pick list also. Let us say that the pick list, another pick list. So the pick list is something, the name of the pick list is pick list B here. It is going to be pick list A here. Even here in the pick list B, yeah, thank you very much. So we have value 1, value 2. Okay, let me go with the other things. Instead of this, I'll go with the ABCDs. Okay. Right. This is going to be D, F, some values. Okay. Now here the scenario is that if I select, there is a pick list A here. If I select value 1 in pick list A, the related values present in the pick list B supposed to be appears in the pick list B here. Let us say something like for value 1, these are the 3 values we have, like value A, value B, value C. If I select value 1 in the pick list A, it's supposed to appear, okay? It's supposed to appear the value A, the value B, and value C. So this is what scenario. Even this one also, without writing a code itself, I need to achieve the scenario. There is a value present in pick list A, and these are the values present in pick list B. But if I select this value 1, the related values present in the pick list B, it's supposed to display in the pick list B itself. Again, if I select value 2, okay, the related values present in the pick list B is supposed to. You want the real-time example? I can give you that. Okay. Let me go to the same example. Book my show. See, for example, if I select it's not looks like a pick list under, but the graphical things is different over here. If I select something like a Mumbai, I'm getting the movies. Okay, let me go to the movies here. Okay, I can able to see the movies present over there in the Mumbai location. If I select something like a Bangalore, okay, will it be the same values? These are related values present for the Bangalore. If I select something like a Hyderabad, is it the same data? It is not. Same scenario I want to achieve in Salesforce. I want to achieve the thing in Salesforce. How? So that is what we'll call it as, that feature we'll call it as field dependency. We'll call it as field dependency. One field depends on the another field. But this field dependency, do you think that is applicable to all the data types? No, it is not. Okay, it will refer to only the pick list here. Fine. So where we can find out this field dependency? Okay, so where you want to implement this? I want to implement the same scenario over there in the patient has solved itself. So let us go back to Salesforce. I'm in SaaS, right? I'm in SaaS. So let's go to the pass or setup. Go to the object manager. Search for patient is object. Go there. Go to the fields and relationship column. So there in the right hand side, you can see field dependencies. Just click on this. Okay, so this page allows you to define the dependence between fields. So dependent pick list example like. So just click on new here. So you'll have two fields here. One is controlling field and second one is dependent field. One is controlling field and second one is dependent field. So let us say I want to implement something like this. I have a field called states. I have the field called states. Why? Because I want to provide a good application to the customer with kind of user-friendly one. Okay. If you want, I don't want to go for something like a more scrolling down and up and down actually. Okay. So likewise. So I provide a state and all. I have provided the cities also. I need to search for it actually. So if I select something like a Karnataka, I need to search for the city over here. Scroll down, okay, where it is and all. I don't want that actually. I don't want that. If I select something like a Karnataka here, it's supposed to display only the pick list values related to the Karnataka itself. If I select something like a Maharashtra, it's supposed to display only the pick list values related to only the Maharashtra itself. kind of cities I'm talking about. Am I clear? So this kind of scenarios we can easily achieve with the help of the feature called field dependency. Field dependency, that is. So here, which is going to be the controlling field and which is going to be the dependent field? The controlling field here, it is going to be the state here. Why? Because whenever I select something like a Maharashtra, it's supposed to show me, or it's supposed to give me the cities present in the select city field itself. So which is a controlling field? Here the state is going to be this field, it's going to be the controlling field. Okay. And the select city field, it is going to be the dependent field. So now, okay, it's time for the implementation. Let's go back to our setup page. So you can clearly see the description, each and everything here. Okay. So read out when you get a free time. And there is a limitation also. There is a limitation also here. Remember this limitation. Even this is also very important. Okay, so there is step 1, select the controlling field and dependent field. Click continue and finish it. On the following page, edit the filter rules that control the values that appear in the dependent field for each and every value present in the controlling field here. Okay, so now the controlling field I'm going to select as state itself, and the dependent field I'm going to select as city. And just click on continue. That's it. I'm not doing anything here. Fine. There are some instructions here. Double click on the cells to toggle its visibility for the controlling field values shown in the column heading. This is something that looks like a matrix here, right? In the column, you can see all the states like controlling field. What is the controlling field we selected? That is state. So you can see something like in the column, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Maharashtra. If you just click on next year, you can see what is also. Clear? If I just click on view all, you'll get everything here. In a row wise, you can find out the dependent field. What is the dependent field we selected? That is select city here. So we need to select whatever the values comes under with the state called Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Maharashtra, Odisha, whatever the states you are selecting out. So for that, see there is a color coding over here. So this white color meant for refers to the excluded values. There is a yellow color, pale yellow color. It refers to the included values and all. Use shift key plus click the selected range of adjacent cells. If you have adjacent values in the same row, you can go with the shift and all. If you want to select multiple cells that are not adjacent, you can go with the control and all. All right. So now, the first state is going to be Andhra Pradesh here. So let me select all these things. So these are the cities comes under Andhra Pradesh here. Now what? Now there is a two buttons here, exclude values, include values. If I click on include values, you can see the difference between the color coding here. A pale yellow color. Are we done? Yes. If you're done, leave it. Leave the column. Next, Tamil Nadu here. Okay, so if I go here, Chennai, Coimbatore, Trichy, Tirunelveli, Madurai here. Okay, are we done? Yes. Again, include values here. And Karnataka, you can see Bangalore, Mangalore, Chikmagalur, Mysore. Okay, I hope, do you have any values here? Let me check. Yeah, we have Udupi, Bagalkot, all the things. So again, include values. So these are the values for the Karnataka state here. So Telangana, if you come to Telangana here, Hyderabad, Secunderabad, Warangal, I hope that's it. Just include value. So Maharashtra here, Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Amravati, Nashik, Kolhapur. Just include values again. So for Orissa, yes, we have Bhubaneswar, Puri, Cuttack, Rourkela. Did I miss any value? Let me check once again. That's it. Okay. So just preview it once before going for. We need to test it. Preview here. See, here the select city is graded out here. We can't select it. Why? Because these two fields are under there is a here information here, hints here, depends on state city here, the state field here. Unless until if you select the any value present in the state only, then only the select city field will be enabled. Otherwise, it won't. Okay. If I select something like Karnataka here, now I can able to see only the cities of Karnataka itself. Let us test it. If I select Maharashtra here, I can able to see only the cities in the Maharashtra itself. If I go with Andhra Pradesh, I can see only the cities of Andhra Pradesh itself. Looks good now. So let me close this. Okay, so don't go, save it first. So if I scroll down, select city, let me show you the columns. Field label, field name, data type, controlling field. Okay, so if I go to the select city here, clearly you can see who is going to be the controlling field. It is going to be the state. Right? So we have implemented, but we need to test it whether it is working or not. So for that, again, what we need to do? We need to reload the page first. So let us reload the page. Okay. So let me create a new record. So this time, let me go with something like a Gemini. Okay. So female, some date of birth, some dummy date of birth. Okay, 1999. Oh, I'm sorry. See, some contact number. Let us say something like Gandhinagar. Okay. Nashik. Now, see the select city field is we can't select any value here unless until you can clearly see view all dependencies. If I click on, you can see now so far we have only two fields which are in the field dependency. Right now, if I select something like Maharashtra here, I should see only the cities comes under Maharashtra itself. Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Amravati, Nashik, and Kolhapur. Wow. And save it. It's a very easy one. Now again, more kind of user-friendly application we are going to develop and we are providing to the client. So this feature we'll call it as field dependency here. Field dependency. So one field depends on the other field. So one field that we'll call it as a controlling field, and the other field we'll call it as the dependent field here. Okay. So in the dependent field, you have minimum 300 values in the picklist should be there actually. Sorry, max you can use 300 only. So that's a limitation. That's a limitation. Okay. So there are some limitations over there in Salesforce here. So this feature we'll call it as field dependence. I would like to give you, I would like to introduce you one more feature. I want to add one more feature over here in the configuration part 1 here. So for that, I would like to give you, for example, okay. So I hope you know these two applications. This is something like Amazon.in here, and this is Amazon.com. So Amazon.com is meant for US citizens, right? And Amazon.in is for Indian citizens. If you go to Australia, you can find out Amazon.au also. Do you think that Amazon is maintaining country for Amazon for Europe, for Amazon for England, for Amazon UK, US, India, China, Australia? Do you really think that? No, it is not. Okay. Don't ever think that actually. One application for multiple countries. That's it. Okay. But what is the difference in the UI here? The UI is same only. But in India application, if I select something like this is something like all here, you can find out all the product information. Like you can find out all the products list here. It is a list of products here. If I read out from the top to bottom here, you can find out Alexa skills, devices, fashion, fresh, pharmacy, appliances, apps and games, audible, audios, audiobooks and all, baby related products, beauty, books. Let me read it from bottom to the top also. Watches, video games under 500, toys and games, tools and home implements, subscribe and saves, sports, fitness and outdoors, software, shoes and handbags, prime video related, office products, pet. So these are the list of products which are present in the Indian based Amazon application. Again, this is something like a drop down button on. Am I right? This is something like a drop down button on. Got it? But do you find the same products over there in the US drop down button? So that drop down button in Salesforce we are calling as what? Picklist. But if you come to I'm in Amazon.com here. Arts and crafts, automotive, baby, beauty and personal care, books, boys fashion, computers, deals. It's been shuffled here. Women's fashion, video games, toys and games, tools and home improvement. It's not the same here. So kind of the list of products been shuffled here. It's not in the same order. At the same time, some of the products are missing over there in the Amazon.com to the Amazon.in. So they might have implemented with the help of a programming language. But that's okay. But I want the same feature. Okay. I want the same feature to be implemented in Salesforce itself. How? But without writing a code itself. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go for any kind of programming. Okay. Initially, I want to learn more kind of features and tools in Salesforce here. Am I clear? So for that, in Salesforce, we have a feature called record type. Record types or record types. Let's go with record types. Okay, so what record types is doing here, when you want to filter, okay, when you want to filter the data based on the choice, we can choose the record type here. Like for example, for record type 1, I want to display only some of the fields. Some of the fields. Okay, let's say not some of the fields here. I want to display only the values present in the picklist. Am I clear? So for that, you have a feature called record type sheet. So in this scenario, so we have a pick list called state, right? What is implementation? We are going to make it over here. So we have a pick list called state here. So in that you can find out Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu, whatever. So far, these are the values we have here. So Maharashtra, Orissa. Okay. I want to put this list 1 Okay. States, okay, let's say something like a states. Okay, let me go with the list one itself. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, we have only 5. Okay, no problem. And we have the list two, this two here. Right? Like same here in Amazon, you can find out, right? Right? This is for US here. This is for India here. These are the list of products being filtered. And again, here, these are the list of products over here. So I want to kind of a separate list. So whenever I select something like a list one here, it's up the pick list in the state here. It's supposed to display only these are the three. If I select something like a list two here, I want to see only these two values over here. Am I clear? So with what help? With the help of record type. Again, where we can find out the record types in Salesforce. This is very important. Where we can find out the record types in Salesforce. Where we can find out the field dependency in the S object itself. Where we can find out this feature called record type. Again, this is going to be present over there in the S object itself. So where you want to implement, go there, go to that S object. Okay. Yes, I want to implement in the patient S object. Okay, let's go there. So far we have seen details and fields. So far we not actually. We have seen the page layout also, right? If I scroll down, you can find out the record types. Just click on new here. Okay. So existing record types, so by default, you can find out only the master one. So remember always, record types works on only the picklist values. Okay, so what is going to be the record type label? I'm going with something like a list A. Okay, list A states. List A states. It should be active. Yes, it is. Okay, and should be make available for to whom? So far only for system administrator. Just click on next here. Okay, so you want to apply this record type to which page layout? Remember always, record type always connect with the page layout. Record type always connect with the page layout. Whenever you're creating a record type, you need to assign that particular record type to which page layout. So far we have two page layouts, right? So to which page layout you're going to connect this record type. And you need to provide this record type to the customer, the client and all. It's a very important point, very important. Whenever you are going to create a record type, you should assign that particular record type to the page layout. You should assign that particular record type to the page layout. Remember always, this is very important, Salesforce. So many the administrators and developer will forget this actually. Record types should be connected with the page layout. All right, that's very good. Okay, so in the system administrator, we are using the layout called patient admin layout, right? Let me select this. Let me select that. But if I see here, for everyone, you're going to apply the patient admin layout only, but not. I would like to apply only the patient layout, everyone. If I select the second checkbox here, yes, for only system administrator, I want to assign this record type called list A states here. All right. This is called page layer assignment for the record type here. So have we done? I want to create one more, right? So let me create another one. So in the record lib, okay, let me go with the list B states here. Should be active, right? Yes, of course. And should be visible to who? So there is a default one called list A states here, right? So for that itself, again, I'm going to assign to the system administrator itself and just click on next. That's it. Again, so by default, let it be as patient layout for everyone and apply a different layout for the each profile. And let me change the patient admin layout to the system administrator alone. System administrator alone. So have we done? Yes, now. So far we created two record types here. List A states and list B states. If I go to list A states here, you can find out. It will approve only pick list only. So Xander is a pick list. Select city is a pick list. State is a pick list. And that too, there is a field dependency between state and city, right? Again, you don't want to separate, you don't want to create a record type for it, right? So what I'm doing now, listen, please, everyone, please concentrate here. I'm going to change only the states here. This is list here, right? Let me bring, okay, we have 6, right? Okay. So let me remove these things. So these are the only pick list values I'm going to show it up in the list A states record type here. That's it. Am I clear? And this Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka are the 3 pick list values I'm going to display whenever I select the record type called list A states. Are we done? Okay. So do you want to go with any default value? I don't want to. Let it be as none itself. Saved. Right? This is for list A, right? Let's go to the another list B states record type. Again, in the state itself, this time I'm removing Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. Let it be Telangana, Maharashtra, and Odisha. So whenever I select the list B states record type, it's supposed to display only the states called Telangana, Maharashtra, and Odisha. And save it. Are we done? Yes, we are done with the both. We successfully created 2 record types here. One is list A states and list B states. Okay, so let's go back and reload the page. Let us create a new record. See, select a record type, list A and list B. Am I clear? So this is what record type here. Earlier, we don't find this page, this pop-up here. Now you can clearly see list A states and list B states. So if I select list A states, we should supposed to see only the states called Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka. What happened to the Maharashtra, Telangana, and Orissa? Why? Because these are the list of pick list values we provide to the record type. Okay, so let's go with something like a Shubham. Yeah. Okay. Male. Some value, some value. Okay. I'll go with Tamil Nadu. Let's go with Chennai. I can able to see only the Chennai here. Sorry, Tamil Nadu related cities here. Okay, and save it. Then let us try with list B also. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong click. So just click on new here. Let me go with the list to be here. Okay. So Swati here. Something. Okay, if I go with something like what is I don't know. Let's go with the some dummy data. So this is how we use the record types here. List A and list B states. But always remember record types are. So whenever you're creating a record type, you should assign that record type the page layout. Then only we can see, we can use that record type over there in the particular page layout for the user under. Got it? Fabulous. All right. Miss anything? So we have seen list views, field dependency, page layout, record types. So far, so good, right? Okay. Okay, so let me go with another one, another feature. So that is nothing but, so I want to use the picklist, picklist. I want to use the, okay. I want to use the picklist across the multiple S objects or reusability. Reusability of the picklist across the S objects. See, so far, whatever the picklist we just created, am I right? That is something like a state here, Xander, city, all these are picklists only. Can we use the same picklist over there in the another S object called doctor? Can you do that? It's not. You can't. Am I clear? So if you want to use one picklist across multiple SO objects and also, how are you going to achieve it? How are you going to achieve that? That's what called global picklist value set. Okay. So if I search for picklist value set, but global picklist value sets. So that is a, okay. So you can achieve this with the help of the feature called global picklist value sets. Let you share the values across S objects. Base custom picklist on a global value set to the inherit its values. The value set is restricted, so users cannot add unapproved. That's okay. So he's talking about the Salesforce is giving something like, so the another user can't add any other values until if you get the approval. Okay, if you don't have approval for adding the picklist until you can't. Okay, so let's create one. Let's create one. I would like to create. Okay, so let me create a picklist called global picklist value set called blood group. Let me add some values. Okay, so positive. Okay, let me go with like this. Not an score. Okay, blood group. Let's have BG. Okay, so let it be in same order itself and save it. So I would like to use the same global pick list value in anywhere in the Salesforce over here. How it's possible to do that? So these are the pick list values here. All right. So where you want to access this these pick list values and all. Okay, let me go with doctor here. So if you go to the fields and relationship, just click on new here. You need to first create a pick list only. Unless until if you're not selecting data type, it won't reflect. Just go to next. Let's say this, that if you want to go with different name, you can go with that. But I would like to go with the same big blood group pick list value. Blood group list. So use global pick list value set. You should select the first option. So far we have seen only the enter the values, right? This time we'll go with the use global pick list value set here. So there you can find out a drop down button here, right? If you check this, you can find out blood group here. But here, this checkbox is display values alphabetically. There in the global pick list value, you can see, and the first value is a default value. You can select there, but here it is not. Here it is not. Check it out the differences here. Got it? So once done, if it is a required, you can select go for the required here. If it is not required, you can ignore that. Just click on next there and select the field level security to the system administrator. Go to the next, add to the layout, doctor layout. This is, and see, there is a blood group list here, which is created now. Likewise, if you want to use the same values in the patient desktop, let me show you the practically that is. Okay, go to the fields and I'm in patient desktop this time. Okay, I'm locked on the doctor. Okay, so let's go with the new here. Let me go with the pick list. Okay, so let me go with, I'll go with the same name itself. Select the first option called use global pick list value set. See, now I can able to see this. I can able to see the blood group global pick list value set here. So once done, just click on next. Provide the field level visibility or field level security to only to system administrator and add to the layout, but I'm going to add for only patient admin layout only and save it. And if you want to change the, okay, and if you want to change the blood group list, right? Okay, so let it be in the same column itself. Okay, just save it. Now just go to your application, reload it. Why? Because we have implemented the backend, right? So we need to check whether it is working in the front end or not in the user level. Okay, so I'm just going with list A. Okay, it is not reflected again. So we need to wait for it. Just wait for it. It's not replicated over here. So go to the new. Okay, it is not it. Anyway, you'll get it, no problem. Meanwhile, let's go to the doctors and check. See, we can able to see here. Okay. So Dinesh here, blood group, you can select anything and save it. See, so that's good. Let us see whether it is. It is not reflected yet. We need to wait for time for the renderings and all. Okay, it is taking time for the renderings. Let's wait for that. So these are the different features for different scenarios and different business requirements. And now, first thing is that we need to understand the scenario, and you need to check whether we can be achievable with the different kind of scenarios or features over there in Salesforce or not. Right? All right. So these are some of the features in configuration part and all. So meanwhile, let's go with some kind of a concepts here. Okay. So the concept here is that the name of the concept, it is going to be relationships. Relationships. What is the meaning of relationship? That we'll discuss that actually, but let's understand the problem first in the database. Got it? Let's understand the issue first. In the legacy system, let's understand first actually. Let us say something like have a patient information. I have a patient information. So generally, if you go to any hospital and all, right, in the OPD block, outpatient block, right? That's what we used to call it as. There, they'll take all the patient's information when you enter the hospital itself. So let's say something like a name is Rajesh. Okay, so date of birth 19/5, 1985. Okay, so blood group O negative. Like contact number. Let's go with telephone. Something like this. So I provided some information. Wonderful. Where this information I have given it over there in the OPD, like OPD block. Again, I'm talking about nowadays actually, like 10 years back, 20 years back and all. Okay, so this is what everywhere, like in the OPD block, they'll maintain a separate system, PC. If you go to doctor again, they'll even doctor also, he will maintain a separate system with their own software and all. Software will be same only, but different systems, same. So that's what single tenant, right? So multiple systems, application will be same only, but there is no cloud actually. It's system individual maintenance, that is. Okay. So again, this is at the doctor's one. Even doctor also noting down the same. So again, here it's going to be the name of the patient is same only. The date of birth is wrongly entered by due to the busy schedules and all. So he entered the wrong date of birth. The patient is same only. Blood group. Again, he entered wrongly, of course. Okay, so you can ignore telephone also. Anyway, let me note down that one also. Oh, sorry. Perfect. So basically, this is at the OPD, OPD block information. This information at the doctor system. Okay. Now here the question is that if the same patient having different data is different. Data is not matched here. If he comes here something like 1995, he okay, so let's say something like 2010, he entered the hospital. Again 2011, again he visited the same hospital for different disease and all. Okay, right? If you check that, there are two there are two Rajesh there. They told that two Rajesh are there, even though I'm sorry, right? The data is not consistent here. Why? The data is repeated for multiple times. Am I clear? The same data is repeated multiple times. Here it is something like the level is 2 only. If it is repeated something like again you'll go to the pharmacy. Even there also you need to provide information. Am I clear? Even if you go to any kind of a laboratory for checking the medical tests and all, again there also you need to provide your information. So Rajesh patient information alone repeated for multiple times. But the data is not consistent. But the data is not, it's inconsistent data. Patient is same only, but data is different. What will happen? Generally, what will happen? If the data is not consistent, then data, right? Then data transferred as redundancy issues. Redundancy issues. I'm sorry. Which means that data is not accurate. I'm sorry. So when the data is not, while repeating the same data from multiple times at different locations only, right? So it leads to inconsistency issues. Furtherly, we'll call it as redundancy or inaccurate. Redundancy, inaccurate, redundancy or precision, we'll call it as precision also. So when the data is not precise, then what is the usage of the data? Am I clear? When this will happen, when you're repeating the same data from multiple times, it leads to the inconsistency. Furtherly, it will give us redundancy issues and all. This is what the fact. So basically, this is the issue. This is the issue. Then how are you going to achieve this? Basically, this is a drawback. Then how are you going to achieve this? All right. Let's learn that. So what is the solution for this drawback? Let me give you that. So what Cloud is suggesting here, okay? What Cloud is suggesting here. So I don't have cylinder here, so that is the reason. Okay. So let me maintain one database itself at one place itself. Let us say something like I have a patient's information. I'm going to save the patient information at one location itself. Got it? I'm going to load or save all the patient information. Let us say something like the patient one, the name is Rajesh. I'll go with the name. The date of birth is, okay, so the telephone number. Right? All information, all patient's details. So wherever it is required. So for example, if patient information is required by the doctor, got it? Required for the doctor. What I'm going to do, I'm going to provide a link only. I'm going to provide a link. That's it. I'm going to provide link only. This has not happened, huh? Okay, let me leave this. I'm just going to provide a link. Again, if laboratory is required, if laboratory requires the patient information, if laboratory requires the patient's information, what do? Don't worry. Just provide a link. If pharmacy required patient information, again, don't worry again. Let's provide a link. Let's provide a link. So because this, have you solved this? I mean, have you solved the drawbacks of the the legacy system one? Yes, of course. The first problem is that are we repeating the data? No. In cloud, when you repeat the data for multiple times and all, right? So do you think that the cloud is providing some kind of 128 GB, 1 terabyte? No, it is not limited only. So we should utilize the database, right? The size of the data, we should utilize it very carefully. Why do you require to repeat the same data for multiple times and all? That's the first question. Cloud. So it is not a best practice. It is not a best practice of repeating the same data for multiple times. But here, have you repeat the same data? No, it is not. We are storing the patient information at one single storage we are using for it. Whenever and wherever it is required, we are providing just a link only. That's it. These are the links. In MS Word, you can find out hyperlinks, right? Likewise, I'm saying. If doctor require the patient information, just provide a link from patient to the doctor. If laboratory requires the patient information, just provide a link from the patient to the laboratory. Am I clear? So that's what. So that is what here. So this concept is known as relationships. Okay. I mean, I forgot the second point here. Okay. So if I change the any data, if I change the any data here, as it is provided only link, right? The same information will reflect over there in the doctor's location, laboratory, and pharmacy also. Now, second issue also solved. But what do you call this concept? We will call it as relationships here. So let's go back. Let me write down the definition, right? While repeating the same data. Same data for multiple times. If the data, if it is leads to the data, sorry, if the data is not consistent, then it leads to the redundancy. Correct, you're right. Redundancy. Then what is the solution of it? This is basically a drawback. Drawback. Okay, then what is the solution? Okay, store the data in a single storage and and wherever if the data is required, just provide a link. So this concept is known as, what do you call it? Relationships. Very, very important concept in Salesforce. Okay, so basically this comes under the part of database management system actually. But anyway, we are going to use the same concept over there in the Salesforce also. Okay, and in the concept called database tables, you can find out this relationships concepts. Right, so this is what the definition of the relationships is. Again, Salesforce is providing different types of relationships. So we have different types of relationships. One will call it as self relationship. Second will call it as lookup relationship. In database, in DBMS, we'll call it as one to N, okay? One to N relationship. The third one, we'll call it as master detail relationship. The fourth one, we'll call it as, sorry, roll-up summary. All are very important. Can have your concentration, please, everyone. Roll-up summary relationship. And the fifth one is many to many relationship. And the sixth one is hierarchical relationships. So these are the different types of relationships: self, lookup, master detail, roll-up summary, many to many, and hierarchical relationships. That's good. All right, shall we go for the first one called self relationship? So first, let's concentrate on the self relationship today. Right? So basically the self relationship, in the name itself, we have your self relationship. So it is achieved through the formulas, In Salesforce, we have formulas here. Like exactly how in mathematics we are going with formulas, right? The same likewise in Salesforce also we have formulas here. So to achieve the self relationship, so we can achieve through the formulas here. And again, we can implement this self relationship through the formulas, right? So here, one field depends on the other fields present in the same S object itself. Again, formula means it is going to be a field itself. So the field, right, one field depends on the other fields present in the same S object. I can give you an example, don't worry. Like I want to calculate the age of the patient. I don't want to enter manually. If you go for manually, what will happen? See, for example, in the OPD block, if you enter Rajesh, age is something like a 38. Even if I come back the next year also, my age still will be 38 itself. Again, it is going to be a wrong calculation, right? Age is going to be update each and every day itself, right? So likewise. If I visit the same hospital next year, so it's going to be update by 39 only. Am I right? It should not be same 38 itself, which is a wrong value. So automatically the date has to update. So how are you going to achieve this kind of scenarios? Through the formulas. I'll give you an example, one more example. So formulas, okay, I can give you one more example. Real time here. Okay, let me go back to the browser. Let me go with makemytrip.com. Yes. Let us say something like I would like to travel from Delhi to Bangalore. Okay. On 17th of October. If I just click on search here, let me show you a real-time example for you. What do you call this column? This is something like a departure time. 8 o'clock in the morning. So if I departure from Delhi at 8 o'clock, if I reach at 10:55 in Bangalore, what is the duration of the journey? Clearly you can see here 2 hours 55 minutes here. What do you call this? They might be up, so that's what they might be implemented with a different kind of a feature. But in Salesforce, we are going to achieve the same kind of thing scenario through the formulas only. See, if I departure, if I start by 6:25 in Delhi, if I reach Bangalore by 9:40 here, so what is the duration? 3 hours 15 minutes. Do you think did I calculate all these things? No, it is not. So how do you want to achieve these through the formulas in the Salesforce? Okay. Now the scenario is that I want to calculate the age of the patient. Patient age. Generally, what is the formula? Generally, as per mathematics. Right. So what is the formula for calculating age? Current year minus date of birth. This is what the formula for calculating the age. Perfect. So have we created the field called date of birth? Of course, yes, right? Date of birth field, we have all the, we have the existing field in the patient history. Of what type? What data type? It is date type. That's fantastic. What about current year? Are we going to create the another field for the current year? Again, if you create a current year manually, so every year you need to change this current year 2024, 2025, 2026. Likewise, again, it is going to be a manual work only, right? Then how are you going to achieve this current year? Right? We'll learn practically, that is. Fine. All right, so let's go back to the Salesforce. I'm in patient's SaaS page. I would like to go to the SaaS page here, like setup page, where you're going to implement the formula. Can you find out the formulas over here? No, it is not. Formulas existing over there in the respective object itself, where you want to implement that. Okay, so I'm going to implement the patient's age formula over there in the. So where can I find out formulas? Can I find out formulas? No, it is. Again, formula is a field, right? Where you can find it out in the fields itself. Just do we have the, check it out once. Okay, so we have the field called date of birth. Okay, fine. Well, let's click on new. Now you can select the formula here. Now you can select the formula here. A read-only field. Let me zoom in. A read-only field that derives its value from a formula expression you define. The formula field is updated when any of the source field changes. What is the source field here? It is going to be the date of birth here. Am I right? The source field is date of birth on. All right. So select the formula. Click on next. Field label. Field label, I'm going with patient's age. Patient's age. Now formula return type. What is the meaning of formula return type here? Like if you're going to write a formula, right? You're going to write a formula like current year minus date of birth. So this formula is returning of what value? See, for example here, date of birth is something like, again, it is a date only. Current year, it is going to be year only. Am I right? So year minus date, what is the return value you're getting? What's your age? If I ask you something like, how old are you? Will you tell me your date of birth or current year something under? No. It is a number, right? It is a number, 38 or 30 is 27. It is a number. It is a number. Am I right? So that is what this number is something like it is. We'll call it as return type. We'll call it as return type. So before itself, if year is something like, sorry, subtracting current year from the date of birth here. So what is the output of the data type? So that is what we'll call it as return type. Are we clear? Yes, I hope. Right? So that is what it is asking here. So formula return type, checkbox, currency, again data. No, it is not. Date time, I hope number, percent, text, time. Only these are the return type return types under. So now we are going with the number. It is asking, are you going with any decimal values under? No, generally age will not be in the decimal values. Got it? So I'm selecting decimal values as 0. Just click on next here. So this is the page. This is the page. But here there are two tabs here. This is simple formula. Anyway, in real time, we are not going to use for it. But here, you can have only limited fields here. You can find out the limited operators under limited fields. But in advanced formula, you can find out there is a pop-up. If you click on this insert field here, you can find out you can find out all the fields. If you just click on the patient here, whatever the fields you just created in the patient is object, you can find it out. Am I clear? If you want to use kind of a insert, operators and kind of add, subtraction, multiply, division, exportations, parenthesis, equals to, not equals to, whatever the operator kind of a symbol, if you want to use it, you can do that. All right. This is This is where you write the logic for the where you write the logic for the formula. But here again we need to understand whatever the formula logic we have written here, how do we know that that is the correct formula? Whatever the logic for the formula we have written here, how do we understand whether this is a correct formula or not? Or else whatever the formula we have written here, everything is correct? No, it is not. No, it is not. For that, if you scroll down, you can find out a button called check syntax. When you click on a check syntax, it will check what is the meaning of syntax. Syntax is kind of a rules. Like we have grammar in the languages, right? Natural language. For every language, you'll have a grammar, right? Likewise in the system related stuff like programming and all, we have a syntax. Syntax means rules to be followed. So there are some rules to be as per the rules of the Salesforce related logics and all. You need to use only that actually. So for that they have given a check syntax for it. All right. So if I write something like current year minus, that's for the formula, right? For calculating the patient and age and all. And we have a field called date of birth. If I just click on insert field here, and there you can find out the date of birth. Yes. You can see the information date of birth is a field and the data type is date here. This is going to be the AP name, date underscore of underscore birth underscore C. You just click on insert here. Do you think that this is a correct formula? So further, what we need to do? We need to check syntax here. Syntax errors. Syntax error. It is saying syntax error extra year. Okay, there is a space. Okay, let me read this. Let me remove the space. Field current year does not exist, check spelling. So which means that current year is not a correct logic here. Can we create another field for the current year and can we keep on changing the data manually? Then this formula itself, you don't record it. So for that, if I visit next year, you can change instead of 38, you can change 39. Am I clear? Then formula is not required, right? Formula is something like automatically when the data has to be updated, whatever, depends on the scenario. Kind of automations. Right? So for that, instead of using the current year, Salesforce is providing functions, inbuilt functions. Inbuilt functions. These are all the inbuilt functions. So you can go through it. Okay. So you can check it out. What is if I click on here, okay, if you click on here, you'll get all this description under, okay. All the descriptions. Otherwise, if you want to filter the inbuilt functions under, you can do that. I hope our logic is related to the date and time, right? Just click on it, date and time. There is a millisecond. No, this is not the relevant function. Minute, month, now, okay. Returns the date time. Now means date time. But here, my date of birth is of what type? It is a date. So in the right hand side, in the current year also, in the place of current year also, you should get the written as a date itself. Can I go with second? Time now. Returns a time. It is not. Time value. Returns a time only. What about today? Returns the current date. I hope. Is it the related one? So just click on insert selected. Now you'll get it. Now can we go for check syntax? See, no syntax errors. No syntax errors. This is how we write. We need to choose current year is not the appropriate one. So you need to check the appropriate function. Here for current year or current date, okay? So that is the appropriate function for it. Why? Because both the values should match together. If you are using something like a date of birth here, kind of the data type is date here, even here also the function should return a date here. So do we have any function related to returning the date? Yes, we have a function called today. Are we clear? Perfect. Even we are not getting any kind of a syntax error central. Perfect. So blank field handling means what is a resource? So resource field here, date of birth. If the date of birth is a blank field, do you want me to render the field, this formula as a blank field or a zeros? I would like to go with the blank field itself. I don't want. I mean, if you want to go with zero means you can go with zeros. It's up to the client requirement. See, if this formula, for this formula, if you're not providing this formula is purely dependent on the field called date of birth. But if you're in your data, if you're not providing date of birth here, right? Then what is the value I should supposed to display for the date of birth here? Sorry, age here. Either zero or a blank. It's up to the client requirement. Okay. So as of now, I'm going with the default as zero itself. Just click on next. Provide the field level security or visibility to the system administrator. As of now, add to the patient admin layout only and save it. Now let us see patient's age. Okay, API name and formula, and it is the return value as number. Now let's go back to our application. Let me reload. Okay. Let's go with list to be record type. So where is this data of birth? Where is patient age? It's not a. We got blood group list here, but just a moment. It's again not retrieved. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so we got it in the basic page. Okay, so for that, let me go to the layout and check me. So we have page layout. Okay, let me reorder this. Okay, so I want to bring this date of birth over here and age is here. Okay, let me save it. No, why it is taking time for it? Okay, anyway, let's go to any record. You can see. Fine. Here it is showing something like 16. The date of birth is 16/10/1999. Wow, the patient age is 9,116. My God. Okay, don't worry. It is not the mistake here. So generally the field, sorry, the patient age, it is calculated in days actually. So let us convert the days to the years. Okay, let me edit it. And let's divide it by division by the 365 days. Let me check for the syntax also. For every time whenever you're updating your logic, you need to check the syntax. No syntax errors. And save it. Okay, so let me check. Fine. So if I reload the page, see, 25 years. I'll go to mine. So let me update the source field as 5. Save it. Address. Okay. I don't know much about that actually. Okay, anyway. My office is Whitefields. Okay. Bangalore and save it. See? 39. So in the list field, if you check the field, where is it? Patient age. Let me rearrange this and save it. See? So whenever you update it, the patient one. If you remove it, okay, so we don't have inline function here. Okay, so if I remove it, if I'm not providing the source data, what will happen? To show me the blank itself. Am I clear? So this is how we use the formulas in Salesforce. I'll give you some of the tasks to you all. Okay, so the scenario 1 is that, the challenge 1 is that you create a fields first. Field 1, it's going to be date of joining, and field 2, date of discharge. Okay, let me do one like this. Okay, not everything in the patient itself, okay. So login time, what do? This challenge, you need to do it in the Dr. S object, Dr. S object. Okay, so create the field. Field 1 is login time and field 2 is logout time. Don't worry. So I'll give you the data type also. This time I'll go with the date time. Okay, even the logout time also. Let's go with the date time only. So create a field with the date time data type for the login time and logout time to create 2 fields. And what do you guys do? Create a formula that calculates the working hours of a doctor. This is challenge 1. Anyway, you try with the age one actually. So these are some of the practical things over there in the Salesforce here. Very easily you can achieve it. But for the first thing is that you need to understand, get clarified with the scenario or challenge or task, whatever it is. And connect the dot over there in the Salesforce. So that's what you need to do. That's what a developer, that's what an administrator. Later you can implement. If you understand the scenario, when you connect the scenario with your dots in Salesforce feature, then it's very easily to understand, sorry, very easily to implement. Got it? Fantastic. I'll stop here. Okay, I would like to give you more information actually. So what are the things we learned today? So we learned something like a field dependency. One field depends on the other field. We learn the global picklist value set. The globally, like if you want to use a picklist across the SO objects in Salesforce and all, Salesforce org and all, you can go with the global picklist value set. And we learn record type to filter the data and all. Only but record type, it will work on only one data type called picklist only. Okay, that you need to remember that actually. Right. So we learned what are the drawbacks of the legacy system and how do you going to achieve that by using a cloud in Salesforce here through the relationships. And there are different types of relationships we have here. One is self, lookup, master detail, roll-up summary, many-to-many, and hierarchical relationship. And today we have seen what is self-relationship and how do you going to achieve it. We have seen with an example, I have given a challenge for it. You try it. Okay. Fine. Okay. I can give you one more actually, right? So Salesforce having a learning platform. Salesforce having its own learning platform. So that is what we'll call it as a trial head center. Like it's a gaming platform, but it's not something like a gaming platform like other things. Okay. This is a Salesforce gaming platform for learning purpose. So when you want to log in first, you need to sign up. When you want to log in first, you need to sign up. And can I log in with the Google, MuleSoft, LinkedIn, Apple, Tableau? Don't go with that, okay? Enter with the official Salesforce credentials like username and password. If you click on that, it will ask you you enter the username and password and log in. It will ask you the security. Just provide the allow access. So this is our, okay, you can go through this. Let's get started and also how to use this everything and right. Let me close this file now. This is our learning platform over here. So in this, you can find out the trials, modules, projects, trial mixes, everything under. If I go with the projects here, you can find out learn beginner level, advanced level. You can find out a search also here. The progress is completed, what kind of levels you want. I want to go with something like a beginner. Okay, so you can filter, you can check it out the filter there here. See, I'll get. So you can go with this. You can complete all these things and all actually. Specifically, I can give you some more. Okay. I can give you recruiting. Okay, 1 second. Yes. Just note down this one. Build a data model for recruiting application. When I click on this, you know how to create a custom S object, right? You can create. You know how to create a custom S object for the job posting sites? These are all related to this only. So when I click on this, these are all the steps you need to complete. So where we need to complete? Can we complete in our developer edition? Not required. Trial it having its own Salesforce platform itself for practicing things. Okay, so these are the learning objects, introductory points, everything and all. Even they will give you all the steps and all. Am I clear? They have given all you the steps, everything here. Just follow all the steps. You know navigations very well, right? More than me. How to switch from SAS to PAS. Right? What is the navigation for creating an application, tab, S object, fields, page layout, record type. Right? Everything, whatever you learned so far, you can find out the same steps. I want to create a custom S object. What will you do? You should be there in setup. Go to the object manager, click on create, click on the custom object, select the custom object, and you need to provide the same labels, whatever they provide the same labels only. Okay. And here, see, these are all playgrounds. We'll call it as playgrounds. If you want to create a playground, you can create your playgrounds and all. So these are all my different accounts here. You can create multiple accounts Salesforce for practice and all. Okay. No, I don't want to disturb my developer edition and all. If I want to go with, you can create a playground for it. Okay. So whatever the name you want, you can just provide the same name and just click on create. It will take some time. See, this is a run tracking bar here. It will take some time for it. Once it is completed, just launch it. It looks like the same page, whatever the page you're looking over here, the same platform you can, it's not the different one. But we'll call it as playgrounds. Playground means instant one. You don't require any kind of username, password and all. So once after creating a playground, I think I have my playground. I think I don't have it. In this org, I don't have it. Anyway, right? So if I go with something like here, just launch it, you can directly, it will directly redirect to Salesforce page only. So follow the instructions, whatever they have provided, complete the task, and you'll achieve it. Okay, once it is completed, go to the next second step 2. Again, follow the instructions. Follow the instructions, steps, everything, and complete it. Verify. You'll get the 100 points here. Again, once after completing step 2, you just go to the third step, complete everything, and again verify it. If you're facing any kind of error, go there and rectify it. So this is for the trailhead playground we have here. So this is the 2 tasks, challenges today. So tomorrow we'll discuss more concepts and we'll learn much more things. All right, I'll stop here. Okay. Still we have 15 more minutes. 14 more minutes we have here. So if you have any questions, you can ask me anything. Please share the notepad. I'll share it to Sushmita. Sushmita, can you please share this notes to the trainees, please?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Thank you. Current year +1. Okay. Any more questions, please let me know. So object is being displayed on every application. Okay, this question from Nallapu Karthik. Okay. Sir, one of my S object is being, it's not S object. Okay, displayed on every application that I have created. What might be the reason for it? That's not an S object actually. It is a tab. Okay. The reason is that you have included the, you have included the tab to the others actually. So for that, again, what do you do? If you don't want any kind of, if you want to remove any tab and all, right? Again, go there, go to the past setup page. How did you create the application? Through the app manager only, right? Go there. Okay. And go to the wherever. For example, in our hospital management system itself, there is a edit option here. Edit. Don't delete it. Okay. Edit. Okay. So there you'll find out here in this page, you can find out navigation items. If you don't want anyone, just click on remove it. If you want any tab here, any tab here. Did I miss something? I'm not getting. Okay. So let me go to the. Okay. Oh, spelling mistake. All right. Okay. So if you want to remove the tab and if you want to add any tab, just go to your application, whatever the application, right? Go click on this navigation items and save it. That's it. Okay. So this question from Nalapu Karthik. Okay. That's very good one. Custom object is different from, yes. Subject. This question from Bharat Kumar. Custom object. See, there are 2 types of S object. One is, we'll call it as custom S object, and second one we'll call it as standard S object. Object and S object both are same only. If your question is object and S object, both are same only. All right. Any more questions? Please let me know.
I hope Nalabu Karthik, did I answer your question? Whether the attendance links comes at the timer, I don't know. I have a small request. Please post attendance link in the chat after 8:30. Okay, I'm not doing that actually. Good evening, Naga Venkata Lakshmi. Okay. Have you created a picklist manually by entering states in state picklist, or is there any data type for that? See, when you want to use a global picklist value set, you need to create a picklist data type only. Then only you can able to access. So for value A, you can create a sub picklist with A, B, C as options. Yes, you can. Udvik, you can do that. All right. Any more questions? Please let me know. If you don't have, okay. Over to Sushmita. You can carry on. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. So tomorrow we'll reach for the same. We'll meet by the same time. And if you have any questions, so please let me know. We'll discuss in tomorrow's session. Thank you, everyone, and please over to Sushmita. You can carry on.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So students,
Thank
thank you. So students, I have shared the attendance link. Kindly mark your attendance. If you're done with an attendance, you can drop the session. So the certificate, you will get it through your register mail ID. So after this session, after the 15 days, we need at least 9 to 10 working days time. Within that, you will receive your certificate for your register mail ID. I'm seeing that the people are leaving. I hope that you all mark your attendance. So we'll wind up for the day. Okay, so the some are asking about the recording. The recording will be visible on your LMS dashboard. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you have not marked your attendance, make sure you are marking your attendance, and then you can leave it. We'll wind up for the day. Thank you all. We'll meet again by tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, tomorrow.